Emmanuel, what'd you think of those comments from the manager?
That's the most honest answer I've ever heard from Aaron Boone during a slump. He'll dance around it. He'll tell you, it could be weighing on them. That was a yes. That was a firm yes. And that means it's really weighing on them. If it was somewhat weighing on them, we wouldn't be hearing that level of honesty from Aaron Boone, and he'd find a way to sugarcoat this. He's not sugarcoating it. It's clearly weighing on them. And I think a lot of this throughout the season has been mental with these players. When these defensive issues spiral, it's not natural for a team to have 3-4 errors or 3-4 mistakes in the same inning. They're clearly thinking about it. It's not natural for a team as talented as the Yankees when you go into extra innings and you have the ghost runner. They scored one run with the ghost runner on the road all year.
It's hard to do.
That's hard to do. They're too good for this. They're way too good for this. I think Aaron Boone is acknowledging this is something mental. They've talked to it. They've addressed it. They've all come together. They know what needs to be done. Now it's a matter of going out there and doing this. But that from the manager right there, when he would normally find a way to make it sound more proper, it tells you what's going on.
Yeah, and being around that team and that manager and those coaches, as I am and as of course you are, Emmanuel, they're feeling it. You can tell. It's a tough time around the Yankees right now. We've covered, and you've been on these teams, it seems like a similar swoon every year. I got to say, from my perspective, it's a subjective thing to say, but I feel like I know these people. I've been around them. What is this, year 8 of Boone?
Yeah.
And I've known his staff a long time. I feel like this is the most they've been feeling it and wearing it of any of these seasons, because of not just the losing and how long it's going on, but the way they're losing, and they know they're better than that, like you said, Emmanuel. Boone cares about the Yankees winning and losing as much as the most diehard fan does. So this is like a really hard time. So it didn't surprise me to see him say that, but I'm wondering if it surprised you, having seen, I'm sure, in the food room a million Boone post games yourself. Did that stick out to you?
Stood out to me a little bit, just because I think it's very indicative of where they're at. I mean, It's just real. It's just honest. I mean, they have struggled. There's no getting around it. It's go time. 50 games, maybe less, remaining on the schedule. They got to win. They got to push all the right buttons from here on out. There's no running from it. Sometimes you just have to embrace it, understand where you're at, and that gives you your best chance as a potential reset. But to keep being in denial, that's not really going to get you anywhere.
Well, from a player's perspective, when you hear the denial and protecting players in the team, now you see this. How do you feel when you see kind of both sides of it?
Well, I mean, it's just different phases of the season. I think it's okay to, speak the truth that there's a lot of games left when there are a lot of games left. But we're past trade deadline. There's no new reinforcements coming in besides injury guys. Obviously, they get Judge back tonight. Hopefully, they get Fernando Cruz, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, this is the group, by and large, that they're going to have the rest of the way, and they have to find it within themselves to play better baseball. You can't just ignore the fact that times have been tough and some of these losses have been gut punches. But you know what? Once you acknowledge it, you have a chance to potentially move forward.
You could feel, Andy, the groundswell. I know it's been there over the course of the last several years, but hey, my radio show today, it's the main thing callers are talking about. Fire Boone. They want Boone's head. Is Boone and his staff safe the rest of the way?
The rest of the way? Oh, I mean, yeah, it's been more than 30 years since they've done something in season. And he's in year 0 of a contract extension, which starts next year.
Right.
The Yankees
for 3 years?
Yeah, the
okay,
Yankees
3 years after this year.
Yeah, and the Yankees don't eat manager money. So all indications of the way they've always operated would be that Aaron Boone and his staff will be in place for quite a while now to come, and despite this dark period right now. Having said that, if you ask me a different question, ask me if he's here next year, definitely. If this
will Aaron Boone, no matter what, have his job next year?
Yeah, that's where I would go, like, yes, definitely, because the Yankees don't do that, but there's a part of me, it's New York. I got to go, we'll see.
It's funny
they
because
gave him a really good team at the deadline, and even if it's not his fault, at a certain point, it's New York.
And he's admitted,
it's not his fault, by the way.
This may be the most talented team he's had.
Yeah.
This may be overall, and Aaron Boone continues to say this is the most talented team he's ever had. So you talk about making the postseason or not, how it can change things. That matters, what he's admitting.
And I want to be clear. Like, I still think it's an extreme long shot that this year would get him fired, because they value him. He's a good manager, first of all, and it's not his fault what's going on. That's a longer conversation. And the Yankees don't tend to fire managers in the Cashman era. So it's a long way to go to have that conversation, but the fact that it's a legitimate question right now tells you what a low spot they're in.
I mean, they did miss the postseason a couple years ago. They kept Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman. Then they get to the World Series last year. Hard to believe that same regime, the ownership, is going to now fire him after getting the World Series.
They're reigning AL champions.
Yeah, reigning AL champions 2023. I'm sorry, that wasn't a good lineup. It wasn't at all. Now you have a well-balanced lineup that can do a variety of different things. You have a stacked bullpen. You have Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Luis Gil anchoring your rotation. You have exciting young pitchers pitching. I can't find the gaping hole in this Yankee roster. So if they turn from 42-25 and running away with the AL East to missing the postseason, that raises serious questions, especially coming off a World Series.
But their pitching is worse this year, and they don't have Juan Soto. You think the Yankees are better this year, Adam, than they were a year ago?
I think they're more well-rounded. Juan Soto gives them more firepower in the middle, and Aaron Judge insurance, which clearly they need at the moment. But I don't know. I'm not there yet. I'm not sure.